Hello and welcome. In this chapter, we are going to cover following topics I have highlighted in brief. We will walk through OCI documentation briefly. Then we will sign up for a free Oracle Cloud account. Then with the help of newly created Oracle Cloud account, we will sign into Oracle Cloud Console with the help of browser. This chapter is divided into 3 classes. In class number 1, we will walk through briefly the documentation for Oracle Cloud infrastructure. In class 2, we are going to sign up for a free Oracle Cloud account which will be available for 30 days with free credits. In class number 3, with the help of newly created cloud account or the tenancy name, we will sign into the Oracle Cloud Console with the help of browser. Now the question will arise, why to watch this chapter and what is the benefit? At the end of the chapter, you will be able to get a free Oracle Cloud environment or the account in order to learn the services which are offered by Oracle in OCI. You will know how you have to refer OCI documentation pages if you are stuck anywhere while implementing any solution with the services offered by OCI. We will share the link for the OCI documentation, and also I will explain how you can traverse through the documentation. Also, you will learn how to create a free Oracle Cloud account for 30 days, and you will be able to sign into Oracle Cloud Console with the help of browser at the end of this tutorial. Now, without wasting much time, let's jump into our classes for this chapter. In this class, we are going to learn following topics. We will go through Oracle Cloud documentation page, and also we will briefly walk through how to get started with Oracle Cloud with the help of documentations. Now we'll switch over to the browser and walk through Oracle Cloud documentation. I am here in the Oracle Cloud Infrastructure documentation by Oracle, and this is the link, that is docs.oracle.com/ias/connect gsg concepts. On the left side, there is a table of content or the topics available in this documentation. Now if you click on this getting started, there is a welcome to Oracle Cloud Infrastructure heading, and under that there is short description on OCI. That is, OCI is a set of complementary cloud services that enable you to build and run wide range of applications and services in a highly available hosted environment. You can have a look at the services which are offered by OCI at high level over here. In order to know in detail about any service, just click on this hyperlink provided in this documentation, and it will take you through the page where documentation is available for each and every individual services. If you click on the key concepts and terminology, there is the concepts and the terminologies which are being used in OCI, like bare metal host, regions and availability domains, RAM, console, tenancy, compartments. Compartment is something which is exclusively available in OCI. Security zones, virtual cloud network, instances, images, keypad, shape, block volume, object storage, buckets, and Oracle Cloud Identifier or the OCID. So we'll learn in details about all those services and the key concepts in our Oracle Cloud Infrastructure course. So if you want to traverse to any particular topic in this, you can just search for the topic in the left hand side. Like if I'm looking for any service under application services, then I will go to application services and I will click on using the Oracle Cloud Console, and I will know how we can use the application services in OCI. So under getting started, there is a section how we can sign up for a free Oracle Cloud promotions account. So we have to go to this signup.oraclecloud.com and we can create one account for us. In next class, we'll learn in detail about this. For more details, you can come over here, that is Oracle Cloud's free tier, and you can check what are the always free resources available with free accounts. That is, once your free credits are over, or if you cross the 30 days limit with your free account, then it will convert it to always free account with the free resources. So you can check in detail what and all resources available with this always free account. In this class, we are going to cover following topics. We are going to visit this hyperlink and create a free Oracle Cloud account, which will be available for 30 days with the free credits. We will try to create a tenancy name or the account name while we create this free Oracle Cloud account. Now I'm switching over to browser and we'll continue from there. I'm here in Oracle Cloud Infrastructure documentation, which we had seen in class 1. Now if you come under getting started, Under getting started, there is this section called request and manage free Oracle Cloud promotions. Under that, there you will find sign up for free Oracle Cloud promotion. Here, Oracle has documented few steps with the help of which we can create a tenancy or a free Oracle Cloud account. Also, you can Google Oracle Cloud sign up and you will find this Oracle Cloud free tier sign up. You can click on this and you can follow rest of the steps. We'll click on this hyperlink provided in the documentation. On clicking on this hyperlink, it will open a new tab with the page wherein we can create Oracle Cloud free tier account. In the form, we have to first fill up the country where we are residing. I'm residing in India, so I'm providing name as India. In the name, I'm providing first name as our channel name, and in the last name, I'm putting it as learning. In email, I'm populating email account or the email ID. Then we have to click on this I am human. Then it will ask for a question like please click each image containing a boat. I'm selecting the pictures where there is a boat. There are 3 pictures. Click on next. Here there is a boat. Click on verify. It has verified that we are a human. Then we can click on this verify my email. So if you come to this documentation, we have filled the country name, we have provided the name, we have provided the valid email address. Then we had clicked on this I am a human button, then we clicked on verify email. Now if you look at the message over here, it is showing email verification link sent. Now we'll switch over to our Gmail account and check for any emails whether we got any from Oracle. Yes, there is this email what we received from Oracle Cloud Infrastructure to verify our email. On receiving this email, you have to click on this verify email. It will open a form again and it will prompt you to continue from here. Now we will close our existing form which we had opened, because on clicking on verify email button from our email, that opened a new tab. Now I'm providing the password over here. Passwords matched. Now I'm providing the company name. I'm giving it as Beenam Learning. Cloud account name, it is taking as Beenam Apps. Let me leave it as default. Now it is asking for the region. Not all the services available in OCI are available in all the regions. Before checking your home region, just make sure the services what you are looking for is available in the region what you are selecting. For example, if I am a functions developer, I have to make sure whether the functions service is available in US East. If not, you have to go for US West. Anytime we can have multiple regions we can subscribe to once we create an tenancy or the cloud account. But better you select the appropriate home region where you configure. Or if you want to be compliant with the regional rules wherein there is a requirement to have the data stored in a particular region, then you can select that accordingly as per the requirement. Here I am selecting Ashburn region, and if you scroll down, there is this section called terms of use. We have to click on this continue button. Now if you go to documentation, we have entered the password, we have provided the company name, we have re-entered the password, we created a cloud name. In our case it was Beenam Apps. We had selected a home region, then we had read the terms of use and continue. We didn't read the terms of use. If you want, you can have a look at terms of use. Next we will continue from here. So in this form it is asking for address information. I will populate the details. I'm residing in Bangalore. I'm populating as some dummy addresses. I'm selecting the state as Karnataka, zip I'm providing. Then it is asking for phone number. I will provide the phone number over here. Click on continue. After populating address information, it will take us to payment verification. As the message says, you won't be charged unless you elect to upgrade the account. We can click on this add payment verification method. Here currently at the time of recording this video, we are having option only to pay via credit card. If you have a credit card, you can opt for this method. Under billing on information, in add payment method, it will populate all the details what you had entered. And if you scroll down towards the end, it will ask for the card type. Currently, there are 3 card types are selected: American Express, Visa, and MasterCard. You can fill up all the details and click on finish. Then once you add the payment method, you have to click on this agreement and click on start my free trial. In couple of minutes, your free trial account will be created and you will be notified over email. So I'm not doing this as I have already created the account. So this is only the steps. If you check at the documentation, we have to enter the address and the phone number. Then we have to click on continue what we did. Then we have to click on the add payment verification method and click on credit card. This is the only method accepted currently. Then we have to click on credit card information and then click on finish. You may see a small temporary charge on your payment method. This is verification hold, which will be removed automatically. Your credit card won't be charged unless you elect for upgrade. Even if there is a deduction on your credit card, it will be rolled back by Oracle. After adding payment method, only you have to accept the terms and condition and click on start my free trial to submit your request for creating Oracle Cloud account. Once you click on that button, your services are provisioned in your tenancy and you will be redirected to Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Console. Then you can continue from there and you can work on the services offered by OCI. Also, you will receive a welcome email with information about your account like the tenancy and other details. In our next class, we will learn how we can sign into Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Console. In this class, we are going to cover following topics. We are going to visit this link, that is cloud.oracle.com. Then we are going to provide our tenancy name or the Oracle Cloud account name, which we got when we created our Oracle Cloud free account in our previous class. Then we are going to provide username and password. Then we are going to sign into Oracle Cloud Console. Now we'll go to our browser and continue from there. I am here in the documentation page by Oracle on Oracle Cloud Infrastructure documentation. And in the table of content on the left hand side, there is the option for signing into console under getting started. If you click on this, you will get more details on signing into the console. Here is the list of supported browsers like Google Chrome, Safari and Firefox are currently supported. And Firefox is not supported currently in private browsing mode. So coming to the steps, we can sign into Oracle Cloud with the help of this link, that is cloud.oracle.com. Just we need the Oracle Cloud name. In a class 2, we had seen in detail how to create an account. In our case, the cloud account name was Venom Apps, like what you see over here. When you create the account, it will be shown over here on the left side, cloud account name. Also, you will receive an email with the tenancy or the cloud account name. You can make use of that. Now, I will click on this hyperlink. On clicking on the hyperlink, it will open a page for signing in. Here you have to provide the cloud account name and click on next. And in the sign in page, it is asking for single sign on, and in the identity provider, it is showing identity cloud service. Now if you check on the documentation, that is sign in options, when your account is created, so the username will be created in both the sites. One is in Identity and Access Management Service under OCI and also in the Oracle Identity Cloud Service. So by default, the first user is created as an admin for that particular tenancy. So if you are planning to change a password in Identity Cloud Service, then that change won't reflect in IAM. You have to manually change your passwords in both the services as those are not synced. Those are synced only at the time of creating your account. Post that, it is your job. You have to make sure you change the passwords separately in both the systems. As it says over here, although the credentials are identical in both the systems, when your account is created, the users are in separate identity management system and you manage them separately. If you change your password in Oracle Cloud Infrastructure IAM, your password in IDCS is not changed, and conversely. Now, if you want to make use of IAM service, then you can click on this option, that is direct sign in, and you can provide the username and password. So I will click on this Identity Cloud Service as of now. Now here I will provide my username and password and click on sign in. I have provided the username and password and now I am clicking on sign in. On clicking on the sign in button, you will land in Oracle Cloud console, and it will land you in getting started page. You can switch over to dashboard as well from here, and also you can click on the hamburger menu on the left top corner, and you can look for the services what you are trying to learn or trying to implement the solution with. Like for example, if I am a functions developer, then I will go to developer services, then click on functions. Yeah, following those steps, we can sign into our Oracle Cloud account. We hope this chapter was helpful for you and you have learned how to create a free Oracle Cloud account and get started with Oracle Cloud Learning Journey. Now, what's next from here? We can try to learn other services offered by Oracle Cloud like the compute instance, VCN, functions, object storage, notification, alerts, etc. Also, we can learn Oracle integration concepts in depth, and we can learn other Oracle skills with Binam Learning. Thank you for watching this chapter. For any issue or queries, you can write to us at binam.apps@gmail.com or binam.apps@outlook.com. In this chapter, we are going to cover following topics. That is, we are going to look at how to provision or create Oracle integration instance. Also, we'll look at how to access Oracle integration instance. That is, how to navigate from Oracle Cloud to our Oracle integration instance. We'll also learn the basics of administering tasks for an instance, that is like starting or stopping an instance, deleting an instance, scaling up the instance, scaling down the instance, how to get the instance details, how we can modify the details, edit the details, all those stuffs we will learn in brief. That is the basics of administering. We won't go deep into the administering activities. At the end of this chapter, you will be comfortable in creating Oracle integration instance, and you will have basic skills in administering the instance, and you will be able to manage the instance on your own. Without wasting much time, let's begin with our classes for this chapter. In this class, we are going to learn following topics. First, we are going to provision Oracle integration instance. Also, we are going to look at the documentation by Oracle on provisioning or creating Oracle integration instance. Now, let me switch over to this documentation page. So, I am here in the documentation page for provisioning and administering Oracle integration and Oracle integration for SAS Gen 2. On the left hand side, in the table of column, we have to select this creating an Oracle integration instance. Here, Oracle has documented the steps. We need to sign into our Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Console. This we have already seen in our previous chapter. Then we have to go to navigations. Under developer services, we need to go for integrations. Then we need to select the appropriate compartment. Then we have to click on this create instance, and there is a tabular data provided over here. Based on the requirement, we need to select. Now, let me switch over to OCI console. I'm here in the Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Console. Now we need to click on this left hand corner button, it is the hamburger menu. From here, we need to select developer services. Under developer services, we need to select this integration. We need to select the appropriate compartment from the list of compartments where we want to have this instance created. Now, we need to click on this create button over here. First, we need to provide the name. I am giving learning 236. In the edition, we need to select standard or enterprise. Let me switch over to this documentation page. In the documentation, there is a row with name edition. We need to click on this Oracle integration editions. So it will open up this page. Here, it will show you what and all features are available in standard and enterprise Oracle integration products. So in the standard, we will be having integration, visual builder, standard adapters. But in enterprise, we will be having enterprise adapters, process, B2B, insight, file server support is also provided in standard, and embedded recipes and accelerators. So only difference between standard and edition is we won't get enterprise adapters. We need to build our own custom solution. In that case, we won't have processes. We cannot build the workflows, B2B integration and integration with insights. So accordingly, we need to select, I'm selecting enterprise over here as we are having more features. So if you are coming from Fusion middleware on-premise, then you can use your own license. That is nothing but bring your own license, or you can create a new license or subscribe to a new Oracle integration license by selecting this. So here we can select the number of message packs. We can increase or decrease from over here. Okay, each message pack will have 5k messages. For more details, you can come to this table and you can check the row message packs. Here you will get more insight into what is a message pack. I'm keeping this as 1 as of now. Now if you click on this show advanced options, here under custom endpoint, you can have your own custom endpoint, but you need to upload the certificate for this host that you can place under vault, and you can provide the secret from here. Also, you can associate this with the tags for budgeting or costing purpose. You can also restrict the network access. You can, with the help of the CIDR block IP addresses, you can block the access to this instance. Once fill all the details, you need to click on this create button. I'm clicking on this create. So our instance has been created, that is learning 236 over here. I'm clicking on this. On clicking on the instance name, it will open up the details page for you. Here, if your file server is not enabled, you will get an option to enable. You can click on that so that the OIC integration will have the dedicated file server or the FTP server created. If you have selected the enterprise edition for Oracle integration, you will have an option for visual builder enabling. So if it is not enabled at the time of creating, then you can click on the enable. It is enabled for me. So if it is not enabled for you, then you can click on the enable button. So in my case, this is publicly accessible. I'm not restricting the access. So if you come to the documentation page, here it is showing how to access Oracle integration instance. So there is the details provided over here, how to access the integration console. So if you don't know how to do, on this details page, there is an option for service console. You can click on this service console. And this will open up the integration console. The topics covered in this class are, we are going to look at how to change the edition, message packs, tags for a particular instance, how we can start and stop an instance, how we can move an instance from one compartment to another compartment. Now let's switch over to the browser and walk you through the documentation. I'm here in the documentation page. On the left hand side, we have to select editing the edition, license type, message packs, and custom endpoint of an instance. Here, Oracle has documented in detail how we can modify the details of an instance. So for that, we have to go into a particular instance in our OCI console. Then we have to click on the edit button over here. From here, if our edition is enterprise, we can go for standard. We can change the license type. We can modify the message pack from here. And once done, we can update or click on save changes. Also, we can increase the number of instance message packs from command line. In order to access the command line or the cloud shell in our Oracle cloud infrastructure, we have to go to our OCI console and click on this button, that is cloud shell. Once this cloud shell opens up, we can run the command. Suppose if you don't see an option or you are saying access restricted message, then you have to add this policy in IAM policy to the particular group, that is to use cloud shell in a particular tenancy. Post adding this, you will be able to access the cloud shell. So with the help of this command, we can modify the message pack, where the OCID we can get it from here. For a particular instance, we can just copy from here and we can paste it over here and run the command in our cloud shell. Viewing the instant details, this is the instant details what we are seeing over here in this page. So these things are documented over here. Next thing is starting and stopping Oracle integration instance. In order to start and stop an instance, we have to click on this more actions. From here, as this is active, we can stop. Once it is stopped, then we can start the instance. So Oracle has documented the actions causes the following to occur if we are trying to stop the running instance. That is, the instance endpoints will be paused, process instances are paused, runtime is paused, scheduled integrations will not execute, database purging continues to run, REST APIs will be unavailable to use, and design time will not be available for users. We can move an instance to a different compartment. In order to do that, we have to go to our integration instances page. From here, in the more actions, we can click on this move and select the new compartment name from the drop down and click on move resource. It will move the instance from one compartment to another. Also, we can delete an instance. If we are no longer using any instance, then we can go to more actions and click on delete. It will delete our instance. For more details, you can anytime come to this documentation page by Oracle and have a look on this. In this chapter, we are going to discuss on the following topics. We are going to walk through briefly on the documentation page for integration in Oracle integration. We will have a look at the integration concepts in brief. What are the concepts which we need to know before we dive deep into integration learning? We will also have a walkthrough on UI navigation. We will get familiarized with the user interface of integration console. Also, we'll look at the integration style patterns which are available currently at the time of recording this course in Oracle integration. Also, we'll have a walkthrough at the sample integration which gets automatically created whenever an integration instance has been created. At the end of this chapter, you will be comfortable in going through the documentation page if you are stuck somewhere during implementation or building a solution. Also, you will get familiarized with the user interface of integration. Also, you will know in advance like what are the style patterns are available in integration before designing any solution. Also, you can learn few of the aspects of integration by looking through the sample integration what Oracle has offered to us with the instance. Without wasting much time, let's begin with our classes for this chapter. I am here in the official documentation page by Oracle on getting started with Oracle Integration Generation 2. On the left hand side, there is a table of content. If you click on the Welcome to Oracle Integration, there is a brief definition for what is Oracle Integration. It says Oracle Integration is a secure, unified platform, lets you connect cloud and on-premise applications, automate business processes, gain insights into your business through business metric analysis, and develop web and mobile applications. If you click on the quick introduction to Oracle integration, there is a fundamental part of your digital business development. This involves connecting on-premise application with the cloud. Here with the pictorial description, you will know what is Oracle integration. It is basically used to connect the multiple applications, be it a third-party application or in-house Oracle applications. On the left-hand side, there are capabilities highlighted. On the right side, there are features like the adapters, accelerator, and recipes, machine learning, language recommendations. So now with Oracle integration, you can develop integrations, that is to design, monitor, manage connections between your applications. You can build a process application, that is to automate and manage business workflows. You can analyze the results with the help of insights. You can build custom web and mobile applications with the help of Visual Builder application. Now if you click on the connect to everything, here with the pictorial description, it says we can solve the application silo problem, that it brings together data and workflows between disparate software applications for them to function as one. You can have a look at this, and here in a pictorial description, Oracle has highlighted almost all the pre-built adapters which comes out of the box when you subscribe to Oracle integration instance. So currently those are the pre-built adapters. Also there are accelerators and recipes. Those are created by Oracle. So if you are planning to have an integration build to integrate Oracle ERP Cloud and FTP server, then we can directly go to recipe and we can click on install and it will build our integration in our integrations page. We'll look at how to do that. So we don't have to manually create the integration from scratch. Also, the Oracle integration comes with embedded file server, that is to store the file and transfer at real time. So this is the SFTP server which comes along with the Oracle integration. So you can focus on building integration without needing to host and maintain a separate SFTP server. At the time of creating an instance, we had discussed on this, that is file server enabled. If it is not enabled for you, you have to click on the enable button or the hyperlink which is available over here, so that the embedded SFTP server will be created for your instance. You can have a look at this documentation page in order to more on how Oracle integration connects with everything. Coming to automate and optimize end-to-end businesses. Here at the high level, it has shown how we can automate the business processes like leave travel approval or the travel approval, account payable process, like an incoming invoice PO, non-PO, appropriate approval is needed. Then we can make a decision, we can do the validation, and then we can finally push the data for a data entry. That is with the combination of processes integrations, we can do this. Also, we can build the web and mobile applications in few minutes. That is by using a low-code Visual Builder application, which is available when you subscribe to Oracle integration instance. Now coming to navigate and explore, here we will have a look at the user interface for Oracle integration. For more details on the documentation, you can come to this page and have a look. Now we'll go to Oracle integration instance and we'll continue from there, and we will get familiar with user interface of integration. So when you click on the service console, it will take you to the Oracle integration home screen. I'm clicking on the service console. So this is the home page it has opened for us, and in the home screen you are seeing this recipes. Like if you are planning to have a employee onboarding integration, then you can directly click on this run demo. It will create an integration for us in the integration page. And if you are looking for a business workflow to be created for a travel approval, you can directly come here and click on this run demo. If you scroll down, there is a summary. It shows the integration total number of messages issued, how many got failed, visual application, how many visual applications you have built. And if you scroll down towards accelerators and recipes, there is a list of accelerators and recipes available. If you're looking for those, we can directly click on this and click on install. If you're looking for others, we can click on the search all and search for a particular recipe or accelerator, and you can have it in a span of few seconds. So from here, if you click on the integrations, it will take us to integrations page. If you click on processes, it will take us to processes page. Inside page B2B and Visual Builder, we will try to navigate through integration process B2B Visual Builder and inside with the help of this hamburger menu on the left top corner. So this is the home page user interface, how it looks. Now if you click on this navigation menu on the left top corner, it opens up the tray over here, wherein there will be my task, processes, integration, B2B Visual Builder, insight, monitoring and settings. If you click on this processes, it will open up the processes page, where it will ask if you want to create a process application, decision model, if you are managing a space, or administration. Suppose I want to create a process application, I will click on this process application and I will click on this create and start with the application. I will go back. Now if I click on this integrations, it will open up the integrations page for me. If I click on this integrations, this will open up the integrations page, wherein I will get the list of all the integrations which are available or created in this particular instance. If I click on these connections, it will list all the connections which are available in this instance or created. Now in order to get the list of all the lookups, we can click on these lookups and get the details of all the lookups. Suppose if you want to have a list of all the packages, want to know what packages are being created in this instance, we can click on the package. If you want to get the insight into how many agents are created, agent groups are available, all those details will be available under agents. If you click on this agents, it will list all the agents. Currently I'm having only one agent group, and agents I don't have any. If you click on the adapters, we will get the list of all the adapters which comes out of the box with Oracle integration instance. You can have a look over here, like the Workday, Zenday, UiPath, RPA, Slack, Microsoft, SAP, PayPal. Almost all the adapters are available. If not, we can go for the REST or SOAP adapters, wherein we can consume the REST APIs of a particular application. If you click on the libraries, it will open up the libraries available or created in this Oracle integration instance. Libraries are something, if you want to build a custom function, we can build it with the help of libraries. Libraries are currently written in JavaScript language. In detail, we'll learn what is connection, how to create a connection, how to create an integration, why and how the lookups are used, what are the packages, how agents are useful, and how we can connect to on-premise applications, what are adapters, how we can make use of those adapters and build the integrations. Libraries, we'll look at how we can create a simple library. Also, we'll create a complex library with the help of JavaScript modules, and we will see how we can import a JavaScript jar, library jar into this integration instance. If you go back, there is this option to B2B. We can create a B2B document schema, trading partner setup. We can set up the host profile as well. If you go to click on this Visual Builder, now in order to access the Visual Builder, you must enable Visual Builder in your Oracle Cloud infrastructure. Here it will show you the Visual Builder designer page. You can click on import or create a new application. Now if you are creating an insight model, we can click on this insight. So we can go to consoles, wherein we will get the list of all the insight models we have created. I don't have any models as of now active in this instance. In the models, we can create a model over here. Also, you can import a existing model. Under monitoring, we can track the B2B messages. Integrations, we can track the integrations transactions happening in this instance. We can have a click on this dashboard and get the insight. What is the health? How many messages were received? How many got errored? How many schedules are running? Like the design time metrics are also available. Daily history and all is available. If you click on again on the integrations monitoring, there is an option for tracking. We can track the instances or the transactions which occurred in this instance over the period of time, like last 1 hour. Any errors, we can check on this error hospital and we can reprocess from here as well. B2B, I don't have any B2B messages as of now. It's showing as empty. If you click on the usage matrix, you can have a track at your build messages. My instance is subscribed to one message pack, that is 5k messages. So I don't have any messages arrived today, so it is showing 0. In your case, if you want to have a track at billable messages, you can anytime come to usage matrix and track over here. You can come to this provisioning and administering Oracle integration documentation page by Oracle, and under monitoring billable messages, you can have in detail description about how the messages are built in Oracle integration. Any incoming message will be considered as a one message if it crosses 50 KB or less. Suppose if my trigger connection is Eloqua connection and I'm receiving 40 KB of payload, then it will be considered as a one message. REST inbound 120 by 50, it is considered as 3 messages. SOAP inbound 70, it will be considered as 2 messages. And any file which is downloaded within the instance, like 20 KB, 170, more than 50 KB will be considered as a one message. Less than that will not be considered as a message. This REST invocation is not considered as a message because it is less than 50 KB, but the database adapter polling has sent us 20 KB message and 2 rows, it is considered as a one message. So in detail description on billable messages, you can have a look at this documentation. I am here in the official documentation page on using integrations in Oracle integration. In table of content, there is a content about integration concept. If you click this, we will learn all the important aspects in integration. In detail, we will learn what each one of this means in our hands-on classes later in this course. So first is the connection. In order to create any integration, we need a connection. With the help of connection, integration will talk to any application, be it a third party or in-house Oracle applications, be it a SAP, Fusion application, Twitter, Microsoft Outlook, email, anything. So these are the list of pre-built adapters which we get out of the box in Oracle Integration Cloud. Oracle Integration Messaging. This is basically used to enable you to publish the message and subscribe to messages from Oracle Integration. So there is a integration style which we spoke in our last class, that is publish to OIC and subscribe to OIC, which makes use of this Oracle Integration Messaging. So in detail, you can have a look on this documentation. Also, you can have a look at these elements in Oracle Integration video, which is embedded in this documentation page. About the mapping, in order to map any details, like there will be a source and a target. Source is something what the user sends information to integration. This integration will make a call internally to any application like a Twitter, wherein it will convert message from one format to another. Like if you see over here, the relative URI, what we get is under approved state under nil. So this is mapped to relative URI and the description is mapped to letter type. Like this, we can map from source to target with the help of mappers in Oracle integration. And there are few explanation about what each icon in mapper stands for. You can have a look on this. About integration enrichment also, there is a brief description over here. Lookups, suppose if we want to change a terminology from one application to another application, we can do this with the help of lookups. Like suppose United States is abbreviated as US in one of the application. In another application, it is abbreviated USA. We can do this with the help of lookups. In practical, we will learn how we can do that in our hands-on or the lab classes. And the packages, we can package n number of integrations in a single package so that we can export and import those all integrations from one instance to another. Like if we add 4 integrations into a single package, then when we export this package, it will export all the integrations available in that package. Like this, it will make easy for grouping and importing, exporting of integrations from one instance to another, and also it will help to manage. Creating a hybrid integration, we can connect to on-premise applications and cloud applications with the help of connectivity agents. So in detail, you can learn over here what is connectivity agent. Also, we'll have a hands-on lab wherein we will connect Oracle Cloud with on-premise application and will consume one of the services which is installed or running in our on-premise application. So like this, we can have a hybrid integration environment created. So there are some connection patterns for hybrid integration. You can have a look at this. All those are not required for beginners. These are for the high level. If you have completed this course, then you can anytime come to this documentation and you can explore what does this hybrid integration patterns will look like, and you can create a dummy integration in order to learn those concepts. Under table of content, under understand integration creation and best practices, there is a content called understand integration styles. Here in the table, Oracle has documented the different design patterns or the integration styles which are currently available to create integrations. First is the app-driven integration. App-driven integration is basically used to create an integration which uses an event or business object to trigger integration. Like suppose if you want to get an event from a Fusion Cloud, or someone has to trigger the integration over REST or SOAP endpoints, we can go for app-driven integration. There is one more approach, is scheduled orchestration. This is basically used to create an integration which uses a schedule to trigger the integration instead of adapter. That is, integration will schedule to run on itself at a defined frequency. This frequency we can write with the help of some expressions. We'll check in detail how we can do that in later classes. So instead of someone triggers or invokes this integration will trigger on its own at a predefined time. File transfer, this is used to create an integration, that is to move a file across a network. Basic routing is occasionally used. This is kind of one-to-one routing. There will be a source and a target. You don't have an option for orchestration in this kind of integration style. Publish to OIC and subscribe to OIC. This is like a messaging wherein one integration will publish a message to a messaging queue or the OIC messaging queue, and this subscribe OIC integrations, one to many, can subscribe to a message which are pushed to a particular messaging queue. So this is deprecated. We have to move our publish subscribe OIC design pattern to OCI streaming service. So these are the integration styles which are currently supported in Oracle integration. Now coming to the console, if you click on this create, you will find those integration styles over here. That is app-driven integration, scheduled integration, file transfer, basic routing, publish to OIC, subscribe to OIC. The topics covered in this class are, we will go through sample integrations which are created or built as part of instance creation. Also, we'll try to run one of the sample integrations as part of this class. Now let's switch over to our Oracle Integration Cloud Console. So when we provision Oracle integration instance, so those are the sample integrations which will automatically get created, like echo sample, hello world sample, hello world invoke, hello world map data invoke, and file transfer sample. There are other sample integrations as well which gets generated with our instance creation. I'm here in the Oracle integration instance. One of the sample integration which gets created when instance is created is Oracle sample echo integration. We will try to walk through this integration. Not to worry, we will go in deep into creating connections, integrations, and other stuffs. This is just for demo. This integration basically accepts the request and it will log a message and it will transform the message and return back. Just it will echo the message what we send in the request. Now I will test this integration by clicking on this play button or the run button over here and click on test. Here in the message I am giving hello world. So this is the testing page which comes with the Oracle Integration Cloud. We can test our integration right from the user interface of Oracle Integration instance. We don't have to use any third-party applications like Postman, SOAP UI in order to test the integration. So once I populate the request, it is of type get HTTP method. So I will directly hit on this test button. So in the response, I'm getting the message as hello world, welcome to OIC, echo was successful. So this is how we can test a sample integration which comes with the Oracle Integration Cloud. This is just for the beginners. If you are a beginner, then you can make use of those sample integrations in order to learn Oracle integration at initial stage of your career or the learning phase. I have deleted other sample integration which had come with this instance creation. Only I kept this Oracle sample echo integration. If you are unable to see those sample integrations, then one of the way to get this is click on help and click on the get samples. Now you have to click on this go. This will open up the accelerator and recipes page. Here you can search. Now the sample integration which we want is echo sample. I will type here echo. I'm already having this echo integration in my instance, so it is not showing me that option over here. It is showing to uninstall. If I delete from here, it will be deleted from my instance. If I show you some other integration in this recipe, there is this plus button install. If we click on this, that integration will be created in our instance. In our next chapter, we will learn in detail how to create a connection, how to create integration, lookups, agents, adapters, libraries, and each and every stuff we will learn from scratch, and we will begin our learning phase of Oracle integration. In this class, we will learn how to clone an integration. Suppose there is a requirement to build a exactly similar integration for another use case. At that time, we don't want to spend much of the time in building integration from scratch. So what we'll do is, there is already an integration with name test lookup int. What we have to do is we have to go to actions, click on clone and provide the name. I'm giving this name as 02. We can update the identifier version and other details accordingly and click on clone. So like this, when the clone happens, it will create exactly similar integration with a different identifier in the instance. Now if I open this newly created or cloned integration, this will have all the actions which were present in test lookup in first integration. So we don't have to build this again. So this we can use for some other use case, and this first integration we can use for some other use case. And also if something has to be modified, minor changes that we can do in this 02 flow, and this first integration will be intact, so that the already service consumers of these integrations will not face any difficulties if we do any changes. In this class, we will learn how to version an integration. Suppose there is an integration with the version 1.0.1 and there is a requirement to enhance this integration. At that time, what we have to do is we have to go to this action, click on create new version, and we have to update the version. We can update a minor version like 1.0.0.0.0.1. Also, we can update a major version as well like 1.0.0.1. Click on create. It will create a new version so that we can modify this integration, add the enhancement, and we can activate. So when we activate the newer minor version, it will tell a message before we activate 1.1, it requires deactivating 1.0 integration. So suppose if you want to have both the integrations running, that at that time we have to create a major version, like click on create actions, click on create new version. Here we have to select, we have to remove all the minor versions and provide 2 and click on create a version. Now it has created a 2.0.0 version. Now if you activate, it won't show you message like it has to deactivate 1.0 because this is a major version and there is no dependency on existing. So like this, we can version the integrations in Oracle integration instance.
Here is the big announcement for our subscribers and viewers. We are launching membership program for Binam Learning. You may now join Binam Learning as a member and get exclusive perks or the rewards. In order to know more or join and be a member, you need to go to our channel. After landing into our channel page, you need to click on this join. When you click on join, you will get various membership plans. Accordingly, you can select and unlock the perks or the rewards which are available for that particular membership. For more details, you can anytime come over to our page and click on this join button. Similar steps you can follow over the phone as well. You can go to our channel, there you will find the join button. You need to click and check the memberships and select one among the many and become a member of Binam Learning channel. It includes various perks like exclusive videos only for members, early access of videos to members, and lot of other perks available. If you are happy with our content and want to thank us or support us, you can straight away come to this link and you can buy us a coffee like 1, 3, 5. So these numbers are equivalent to US dollars. If you want to buy more coffees, you can just enter the number over here and click on buy. We would like to thank all our subscribers, viewers and members for showing your support and constantly helping us by giving your valuable feedback so that we bring good content to you regularly. Thank you once again and happy learning.